AskReddit by Mindless G 5390. If you were paid $300 per hour to play a game, but you could only play one game, which one would you choose? Got 6,000 plus hours in RimWorld so far with no signs of slowing down, so that I have 2,000 hours of RimWorld in my school college laptop. This past year I decided to use my Christmas bonus and build a real gaming rig to play Cyberpunk. I did it, bought Cyberpunk and haven't installed it yet because I realized this machine can handle a 30 people colony plus animals and matches at 60 FPS. I would play any game you want me to for $300 an hour. Yeah right, I will play my least favorite game over and over again repeatedly for as long as I can for $300 an hour. Factorio, you can play that shit for a lifetime with all the mods available. I've heard this and I'm scared to start it in case it destroys my life. Pokemon Go, not because it's a good game, but I can claim to be hatching eggs every time I'm walking anywhere, so I'd pretty much get paid from the time I wake up to the time I go to sleep every day. Assuming this job is hourly and this qualifies for overtime, that's a cool $40 a week. While I was playing checkers, here you are wheeling out 3D chess. RuneScape. People already play like it's a job anyway. Minecraft. Endless amounts of building to be done. Imagine the 50-year world with 20 hours of overtime per week. Chess. I already play tournaments for free, so doing it for up to $2,400 a day sounds great. Surprised I had to dig this far to find chess. Something you could get really skilled at and then actually make additional income from if you got really good. You do have to love chess first though. Sims. Same for me. Spent 5 hours renovating a house yesterday. Haven't even begun playing with the family yet. Stardew for sure. I'd have an easy 300k already just from Xbox and I've got the game on 3 consoles. Microsoft Flight Sim, I can just get to cruising altitude, put on autopilot and just go do anything I want while I go on a 16-hour flight. Honestly, I think Ms. Flight Simulator is one of the best answers here. If we're playing a game for a full time, things like holding a controller every day can cause issues, so this is one where you can have ergonomic and advanced setups that mimic real planes, and as you said, there is autopilot so you can get up, stretch, even exercise while flying. Plus also as a sim it's giving you a lot of real world knowledge, so if you wanted to go for a pilot's license you are putting a crazy amount of time behind training towards that while getting paid back. The Quiet Game. Winner. Any sim racing game. Love, this is so high up. I'd easily be able to only play iRacing forever. Pretty much what I do now. WoW. I think WoW is probably the best answer to this question, even for folks that are not into it. Worst case, you can just log in and chat with people. Or play one of the countless mini games and systems that have nothing to do with swords and magic. It may not be the best game for everyone, but it's definitely built to keep people sitting at their keyboards endlessly. Fallout 4 or Skyrim. Yes. You don't even have to play it. Just start it, stay and enjoy weather changes plus music. Civ 5. You'd be putting in 18-hour days without even knowing it. Just one more turn. Path of Exile. This is my answer. It's not my favorite game. I'm not actually playing it right now. I have at least 2.5k in this game though, and when I do a season it's very easy for me to just play it every free moment. After a season is done, I hate the game for about 6 months and then do a new season. Football Manager. By the time I am through a career I'll just buy Street Mirror and play IRL FM. I'd even ask for free overtime on FM. Roller Coaster Tycoon 2. D and Amp. D. C. This is good in theory, but it runs into several issues you don't consider at first. For one, limited playtime. By choosing a tabletop like this, the only time you can play is during group sessions, and while you can get multiple groups, it'd be scheduling hell. So, while with other games you can boot them up and play anytime you want, and start racking in cash, or pass the time while you're bored, with D and Amp. D, you are at the mercy of your schedules, and both the income and amount of time you get to play is much lower. Edit, just as a minor note, since every reply is responding with basically the same thing. I do agree that this would still be a great deal, and it'd work out. I just think the downsides, minor as they are, would sway me to easier to enjoy options. I'm a lazy MF at heart. It's not just about the money either. I spend the majority of my time playing games, so if I could only play one, I'd rather it be a game I could easily enjoy and not get burned out on. Setting things up all the time just to be able to play D and Amp. D a decent amount would burn me out quick. Slay the Spire. It'll finally give me the excuse to play as the Watcher. Minecraft. Strip mean. Strip mean. Strip mean. Yes, 2 diamonds, and $900 later. D. Star Wars Galaxies pre-NGE. Fucks Medley. Project Zomboid. Endless options, highly moddable. Even without mods you can play entirely different games based on the world settings. Age of Empires or Witcher Wild Hunt, whichever you buy me. AOEI Definitive Edition was just $5 over the holiday. Such a lovely game. Red Dead Redemption 2. The details are insane. Found my answer.